Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Wells Fargo Arena, and it is time for another state basketball game in Des Moines. Derek Martin here with you today as we move ourselves into the Class 4A version of the state tournaments, and we get ready for Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln making their second trip to state since 2016 and taking on the Ames Little Cyclones. Now, when it comes to history, you don't get too many combinations that are more historic when it comes to total trips to the state tournament as you do when AL and Ames get together. This is the 25th state tournament appearance for Ames, which first went in 1919 and last went 100 years later in 2019, prior to this year, of course. Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln making their 23rd trip to the state tournament. They started in 1916, 100 years after that, 2016, and now here we are 5 years later with their 23rd trip to state. So that's a combined 48 state tournament appearances. However, the wins, they've been tough to come by here of late on both sides. For Abraham Lincoln, they have not won at state since 1963. They've never won a state championship. Ames, meanwhile, last won a game at state when they had a pretty nice little team back in 2010. You might remember Harrison Barnes, Doug McDermott, guys like that. They were pretty good. Ames, a very, very successful program when it comes to winning state championships. They won it all in that 2010 year. They also won it in 09, 91, 76, 73, 55, 45, 36. Also, actually, that was it. So 8 total championships. I kind of got lost there because they used to hold the state tournament. They had double state tournaments, one in Ames, one in Iowa City back in the 1920s. But the Ames High basketball team did not win. They just won the normal state tournaments, as I mentioned there. 8 state championships for them. And they have a team that is the hottest team in Class 4A. They've won 12 consecutive games coming into this one. 11 of those were double-digit victories. The other was over Johnston, a team that has already punched their ticket to a state semifinal as well. And while we're at it, let's just mention Johnston did play the first game of the tournament today, of the 4A tournament, that is, of day number 3 here in Des Moines, beating Dowling Catholic 49-33 to advance to a semifinal. And, about a half hour ago or so, the top seed Cedar Falls remained unbeaten. Got a little bit of a push, I think mostly because of familiarity with Dubuque Senior. Dubuque Senior actually led by 8 late in the first half. Final 7 were scored by Cedar Falls in the first half, and they rolled in the second 42-27. So now we turn our attention to Ames and AL. As I mentioned, a combined 48 state tournament trips, and AL looking forward to taking on another one of the top teams in the Midwest. When you look at this Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln schedule, they played some of the best there is to offer. Blue Valley Northwest out of Kansas, always a power in that state. Millard North out of Nebraska, Bellevue West, Millard West, all of those teams are state semifinalists in Class A. Plus they played Dowling as well when they couldn't get Bishop Miege on their schedule, which is the private school power in Kansas. They weren't allowed to add them as their last game by the Iowa High School Athletic Association, so they just said, hey, Dowling, you got some room on your schedule, and they played that game as well. We're looking forward to seeing how this one goes as AL and Ames will battle in a Class 4A state quarterfinal. Stay tuned. We'll get your starting lineups next.
Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
All right, Ames and Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln getting set to do battle in this 4A state quarterfinal. The winner would advance on to play in, tomorrow night's state semifinals, and they will do that against the winner of the final 4A state quarterfinal as Waukee, the number 2 seed, taking on Pleasant Valley after this game. Also, a little bit later tonight, North Lynn and Martinsdale St. Mary's, 6 o'clock. You can hear that right here on KMA FM 99.1 in an Iowa Class 1A state semi. And then Grandview Christian taking on Montezuma in the final State's semifinal, final game of the day as well there in Class 1A. Let's meet your starters, and there is a little bit of a change. Constable to make that Ames does not have their second leading scorer today. Travion LeBeau not playing, according to head coach Vance Downs. He is just unavailable. That courtesy of Ames Radio's Dave Sprout, who told me that, gave me a little tip before this one was getting set to get started. All right, for Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln, they come in at 19-4. 6'5" senior Christian Tedian joined in the starting lineup by 6'3" senior Lennox Brown, 6'1" junior Jamison Gruber, 6'4" junior Division I recruit Josh Dix, and 6'6" senior Midland recruit Noah Sandbothy. Leading the way this year, Dix at 19.4 points per game, Sandbothy 13.5, Jamison Gruber 11.9, Christian Tedian at 7.5 points per game as well. They'll use a lot of different guys off the bench too and feel good about cycling those in and outs. And every single one of them, whether or not they can make a shot, which most of them can, defends like crazy. And that's Coach Jason Isaacson. He's put that culture into this program. Ames is 17-3. As mentioned, they've won 12 consecutive games, 11 by double figures. The other one was over Johnston, and playing some great basketball here down the stretch, including a 20-point win in a sub-state final win over Ankeny Centennial. They will start 6' senior Casey Mumm, 6'2" junior Taman Lipsy, 6'6" sophomore Lucas Luth, also 6'5" senior Patrick Craffle. He is in place of LeBeau, and then 6'6" junior Corey Phillips. Lipsy is a Division I recruit, Iowa State, Nebraska, Minnesota among his offers. He averages 16.9 points per game. He was out last year when AL beat Ames in a regular season game, suffered an injury during the football season that kept him out for the entire year. And without LeBeau, that's their second leading scorer. Keyshawn Brooks is a super sub off the bench that you'll watch for 11 points per game. But their offense obviously going to be hampered a little bit without their number 2 scorer. Who can step up? Can anybody step up? We'll see. I know AL has probably prepared themselves for LeBeau, but a switch with Craffle in the starting lineup. See what that does to their scouting report. Again, Tedian, Brown, Gruber, Dix, and Sandbothy for AL. It's Mumm, Lipsy, Luth, Craffle, and Phillips for Ames. We are ready to go. The tip is up. It is controlled by the little Cyclones and in the hands of Taman Lipsy, 6'2" junior. Great body as well. Very strong. You can tell the physicality is there. He's guarded by Dix. He drives. He stops. Brings it back to the front of the key. Now to Casey Mumm. Out pops Craffle with the ball. Reverses it around. And now in the hands on the left wing of Lucas Luth. Right side over to Lipsy. Lipsy, top of the key to Craffle. Craffle holding, goes left side over to Casey Mumm. Mumm gets a screen, hands it off to Corey Phillips. Big body there at 6'6", probably 250, 60, 70 pounds or so. Lipsy stops along the wing, hands it off again to Casey Mumm. Long possession here, 40 seconds in, no shots yet. Phillips back to Lipsy, they will reset. This is your classic CIML offense. There's a screen for Lipsy. Gets past Dix, attacks, puts it up, no good. Lots of bodies on the floor. Follow shot, no good. Actually, goaltending. It was a goaltend. And count the basket as Noah Sandbothy went up and swatted one, but it had already gone off the backboard. And Ames, after a long 53-second possession on the board, I believe it was Craffle who got the offensive rebound and put it up and in. Well, not in, but got the goaltend call. AL with their first offensive possession. Lennox Brown in flashes Tedian around Phillips, and he scores with the left hand. Easily done there by Tedian. Maybe a little bit of speed, quickness advantage there with that matchup. Right side Lipsy, 2-2. AL on the board. Over to Mumm, dribble drive baseline. Brings it back to the wing, and now in between the circles. Good defense there by Jamison Gruber. Terrific first-team All-MRC choice. Right side of Luth. Luth on the right wing. Little start and stop. Gives it to Phillips at the front of the key. Now left side to Mumm. Mumm working against Gruber this time. Back out top. And in the hands of Craffle, he reverses right side. Lipsy against Dix. D1 versus D1. What a challenge for both guys today. Stepping in, Lipsy shoots from 15. No good. Phillips follow. That is good. 2 second chance opportunities. 4 points for the little Cyclones. First shot. Great for AL here early, but cannot get the defensive rebound to clear it. 2 minutes in. 4-2. Ames with a lead. High post. Tedian working against Phillips. Again, no help. He'll turn, he'll shoot, and misses a little short. Rebound fought for, and it's grabbed by Phillips. Ames with the basketball. They clear the miss there by AL, which AL has been unable to do the first two possessions. Start and stop drive by Lipsy. Floater up and good. Tame and Lipsy on the board, 6-2. Ames scores the last four, and they have themselves the first two possession lead of the game. Dribble drive Gruber off the TD and again. Has some room, but he's swatted by Lucas Luth. Loose ball grabbed by Lipsy, and he will slow it up. 5:20 first period, 6-2. Good start for Ames. Again, driving Lipsy, corner, Luth, three-pointer. That's off. Rebound, though, by Casey Mumm. Another chance for Ames. Maybe. Threw it away, though. Mumm was trying to find Lipsy out top, and Lipsy was going one way and was nearly able to save it, just a little bit too far out of reach. All right, 6-2, 3 minutes in. Jamison Gruber puts his thumb in the air, and they go high post to Tedian, looking for Dix. Handoff, three-point line. Little jab step. He'll step in, shoot along. Two got fouled, and he makes it. Three-point play opportunity coming up here for Josh Dix, who got hit on the arm and had the strength, though, to make the hoop. Foul called on Taman Lipsy, and we have our first media timeout. 4:55 left in the first quarter. 6-4, Ames the lead on KMA-FM.
Ryan Bott at Bott Insurance Services is a licensed insurance agent in the states of Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota. He's also a proud graduate of Abraham Lincoln and is putting his full support behind the Lynx at the state tournament. Bott Insurance Services is committed to working hard to ensure their clients receive the best possible insurance services in Council Bluffs and surrounding areas. Call today for a no-obligation quote at 402-800-4030. Go Lynx!
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
Welcome back on KMA-FM. Derek Martin here with you at Wells Fargo Arena. Josh Dix with a tremendous shot a moment ago with hand wrapped all around his wrist. He able to knock it in from about 16, 17 feet. Has an opportunity to finish a three-point play, and he does not. It rattles off the rim. Rebound pulled by Ames, 6-4. Little Cyclones with the lead here out of our first media timeout, and Lipsy will jog the basketball ahead. Lipsy out top. He'll pull a three over Dix. No good. Rebound deflected out of bounds off of Ames. They're getting their hands on pretty much every potential offensive rebound, and that was maybe something that I noted coming in is how big they are. AL, we know, is very, very lengthy all the way around the perimeter. We got 6'6" Sandbothi, Christian Tedian down low 6'5", but everybody they have is very big. And here's a moving screen called on Jamison Gruber there. About three bodies hit the deck, and Gruber was one that didn't, and they blamed Gruber for it, and he is called for the foul. Lucas Luth takes the seat. Keyshawn Brooks is in. I mentioned him as a super sub. He averages double digits off the bench, does the 6'3" senior. And Brooks has 35 threes, so he'll come out shooting off the bench wearing the number 30. Left side swing, the hands of Mumm, gets a screen, and gives it up to Phillips at the front of the key. Phillips gets it to Brooks. Brooks trying to find his space, gets around Lennox Brown, driving baseline, out to Mumm. He'll try a three-pointer, no good. Rebound Tedian backside, and Lipsy comes in, swats it out of his hands, but out of bounds, and it'll go to AL with 5:14 left in the first period. Class 4A state quarterfinal here today in Des Moines. They play in all four of them on day number 3, and then teams will have to come back and play the late games tomorrow. Lucas Luth coming right back into the game, the 6'6" sophomore, replacing Craffle, who got the spot start here today with no Travion LeBeau. 6-4 the score, 4:10 first period. Jamison Gruber gets a screen from Tedian, start and stop in the lane, spins, loses his footing, and gets called for a travel. So a turnover. AL gives the basketball back to Ames. One thing AL does a lot of is substitute, but we haven't seen any substitutions. Maybe a little change in practice and strategy with the multiple media timeouts per quarter here. Nobody gets tired. Nobody has to come out. Casey Mumm gives it to Lipsy at the top of the key against Josh Dix. Over to Brooks. He swings it to Mumm. Corner to Phillips. And then in the lane, Brooks gets free from Lennox Brown and shoots a fadeaway that is short. Rebound Sandbothy. Outlet Dix. Dix. Little start and stop himself at the half line. Then he tried to hit Sandbothy on a back cut and threw it out of bounds. So another turnover for AL. They've had the basketball here on multiple possessions in a row with a chance to, shoot for the tie or the lead. However, they've turned the basketball over. 6-4. Lipsy trying to go to work against Dix. What a move out top. Dix swats it away from him. I don't know if he was trying to pass or if he was trying to shoot there. It looked more like a pass. Dix, though, was up in his face and was able to use his own length to knock that one out of bounds. AL student section believes it was a shot, so they're giving the old "you got swatted" tripe at Taman Lipsy. 3:22 on the clock. First period, 6-4, little Cyclones lead. Phillips, left side to Lipsy. Lipsy against Dix. Backs it off a bit, gets the screen from Phillips. Good job by Tedian to help a little bit. Back to Phillips, back to Lipsy, over to Luth. Luth at the top of the key, now to Phillips. Phillips against Tedian, over to Keyshawn Brooks, left wing. He wants to shoot. The moment he gets on the floor, trying to find his space, backs it off against Lennox Brown. Now to Luth. Luth with a catch, hand off to Mumm. Mumm, top of the key to Phillips. Phillips over to Brooks again, crossing over. Good help there by Sandboth. He gets through the help, misses the shot, followed by Luth is good, and one. Offensive rebounds, the story here early for Ames. That is their 5th and 6th second chance points here with 2:48 left in the first. And we've got ourselves another media timeout as we hit it on KMA-FM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
What are you looking for in your career? What about being part of a team committed to innovation and servant leadership? Then come join the AgriVision Equipment team as a service technician. AgriVision Equipment is focused on your future by providing benefits, sign-on bonuses, John Deere training, and more. As a leader in the industry, AgriVision Equipment is committed to investing in technology and resources to develop employees and pave the way for the future of agriculture. Apply online at agrivisionequipment.com/tech.
8-4 the score. Ames has 6 second chance points. The last of those field goals on an offensive rebound from Lucas Luth, who will shoot a free throw after the Lennox Brown foul. He leaves it way short, so Lucas Luth can't convert there. Foul was the second team foul on AL. 8-4, Ames with a lead. Back cut had Dix open, and they were a little late, and Taman Lipsy was able to recover and deflect it out of bounds. Gruber, if he throws that originally, which he kind of had the mindset to do it, he gets it to him for a layup, but instead, probably a dunk, actually more likely here with this team. Quick lob into Josh Dix along the left wing. Dix going against Lipsy in the lane, puts it up and in. Great use of the body there on a dribble drive. Josh Dix has 4, 8-6, 2.5 left in the first period. Dix on the right wing right now. Lipsy double team over to Luth at the front of the key. Luth to Mumm on the left wing. Mumm to Phillips. He's at the front of the offense here. Good help there by Brown, who deflects the pass. Brooks does come up with the basketball, though. Keyshawn Brooks trying to drive. Step back. Long two-pointer. No good. Rebound pulled by Josh Dix. Dix with the basketball. 2 minutes left first period. AL could shoot for the tie or the lead. Sandbothy been quiet here. Hasn't had many touches. Tedian, handoff to Dix, and another moving screen on the dribble handoff there. Called on Christian Tedian, so we've got another turnover. And mark that down as team foul number 3. Christian Tedian. Lennox Brown will leave the game. First substitution for AL. J.R. Knaus comes into the game. 6'4", junior. Good, strong defensive player around the perimeter again for AL. Corey Phillips, front of the key for Ames. He goes left side to Lipsy. Lipsy doubled up immediately there as they were bringing a screen to him. He will get a little bit of a good look there off the dribble. Misses it as it rattles out, and a rebound grab by Sandbothi. 8-6, 130. Three-pointer. Dix, no good. Rebound pulled by Lucas Luth. He lost Lipsy there for a moment. Had a pretty good look. Lipsy coming right back at him. Hands it off to Casey Mumm instead. Mumm to Phillips. Little weave action out top. Out pops Luth. Luth goes right side to Lipsy. Lipsy, top of the key, Phillips. Really working a very slow offense here. Methodical offense. Phillips, Luth, pump fake on a three. Instead, he'll turn and hand it to Lipsy and back it off near the half line, and he'll reset with under a minute left in the first period. Good hedge there by Tedian on a screen from Phillips. He'll throw to Phillips for three, and he bangs it in. Corey Phillips hits the three, and that is just his 16th three of the year. 40 seconds, 5-point lead now for Ames, their biggest. Tedian against Phillips, backing down, spins left, goes up against Phillips, puts it up and in. They really like that matchup, you can tell. Makes it 11-8. Tedian with 4 points, 30 seconds left, 11-8. Ames with the advantage. They've led throughout, and most of it in part to their 4 offensive rebounds. They've converted hoops on 3 of those. They'll bleed the clock here to finish the first. Down to 10 seconds. Taman Lipsy and Josh Dix. We've seen a great battle here early on between these two D1 combo guards. Lipsy, oh, what a move. He loses the ball, but then taps it to Brooks for 3, and he hits it at the buzzer. Lipsy slips a double team, loses the basketball, but at the last moment as he's hitting the deck, he taps it to the corner to Brooks, who splashes his team leading 36th three-pointer for a 14-8 lead after one. We'll take a break and be back with more on the KMA Land AgriVision Equipment Group Tournament Trail.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2-year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Welcome back on KMA FM. Clarinda, Shenandoah, Ames, AL at a 4A state quarterfinal. Little Cyclones get a 3 from Keyshawn Brooks. They also had a 3 on their previous possession from Corey Phillips, and that's the difference in this one. A 6-point lead for Ames as we head to the second period. Josh Dix has 4 points. Christian Tedian with 4 points. Those are the leaders. Corey Phillips has scored a game-high 5 for the Ames Little Cyclones. Back into the ball game for AL. Lennox Brown, the original starting 5 out there for the Lynx here. Heck of a play by Taman Lipsy to finish out that first period. And Lipsy is actually, quote unquote, on the bench. They start the second period without him, but he's already at the scorer's table, the announcer's table, to substitute himself in here in just a moment. So he's, like I said, quote unquote, on the bench, but he'll be right in at the next dead ball. If I'm AL, I'm doing everything I possibly can to not have a dead ball. Patrick Craffle, by the way, is who is in there instead of him. Mum out there with Luth, Craffle, Phillips, and Brooks. Dix, dribble drive off to Sandbothie as we start the second period. Over to Jamison Gruber. Gruber attacks. Gruber leaves for Tedian. Tedian puts it up and in. Christian Tedian has 6. Nice play by Jamison Gruber. Now, Gruber and Sandbothie have been really quiet. 2 of their top scorers and players. And you've got to feel pretty good only down 4 at this point. Keyshawn Brooks travels with it. He wanted to, I would have fired off. If I'm Keyshawn Brooks, I just made one a moment ago. Might as well just fire that one up and see if I'm feeling it. Keyshawn Brooks called for the travel, and Lipsy is right back in. He was out for 28 seconds. Oh, Lord. Josh Dix was inbounding the basketball along the sideline and must have just stepped over the line, and so Ames, that is, will get the basketball back after the turnover. Man, little bit of a brain freeze in that situation. Lipsy, man, that should have been a double dribble, I think, or maybe a carry of some sort. He lost it in between his legs, and then he put it down on the deck after it was lost there. However, Ames keeps possession. Casey Mumm gives to Phillips, around to Luth. Luth to Lipsy, left wing. A little help there from Sandbothie. Off to Luth, around a screen for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Josh Dix. Dix with the board. 14-10, 1 minute into the second period. Dix working out top on the Iowa Wolves logo. Now to Tedian. Tedian's been great here early on. Tedian got a back cut. Gruber didn't get it to him, though. Over to Brown. Brown will try a 3. Short. Rebound pulled by Lipsy. Throw ahead. He's got Keyshawn Brooks on the run. He had to track it down underneath the hoop, and he hands it back to Lipsy. 6:42. Lipsy will try a 3. It's good over Noah Sandbothie. And Lipsy cans a 3 to make it 17-10. Tedian out top on the left wing, working against Phillips. There's a back cut. He's got a layup for Gruber, who blows it. He missed the layup. Had a bunny, and Gruber could not finish it. They are overplaying passes, and that has left the back door open multiple times. Can't finish that one. Keyshawn Brooks between the legs. Step back 3 over Brown is not close. Rebound again for Josh Dix. Dix has a man ahead of the pack. It's Brown. Brown now driving into the paint. Corner to Gruber. Gruber drives baseline, met by a couple defenders, lobs it back over to Dix. Dix against Lipsy again. High screen, Tedian. Dix between the leg. Start and stop. Handoff, Tedian. Spinning against Phillips. Attacking, floating, missing. Rebound, Phillips. Still 17-10. AL not shooting well. I shouldn't say that. They're 5 out of 11. Turned it over 5 times, though. I would say they've missed some pretty dang good looks. Probably should be shooting better. 17-10. Ames with the lead, with the basketball. Lipsy goes over to Luth. Now to Brooks. Brooks along the right side. Back to Luth. Pump fake on an NBA 3. Over to Phillips at the top. He'll reverse it left side. Mumm tries to move around Gruber. Instead, Mumm goes out to Luth again. Luth right side. Brooks. Brooks little jab step against Brown to Phillips. Phillips against Tedian goes left side to Lipsy. Lipsy corner to Mumm. He'll try a 3. Good. And it is a 10-point lead. 4 threes for Ames. 4 out of 9 from 3. 4 different guys have hit one. Gruber attacking again. Over to Brown. Brown will try to answer for 3. No good. Rebound by Luth. Luth, quick outlet to Lipsy. Danger zone here. Lipsy attacking Dix. Puts it up. He's swatted by Dix. Rebound grabbed by Lennox Brown. Dix in transition. Dix is a really good defender. Little underrated part of his game. Down low Tedian, double teamed. Out to Brown. Open 3. Bang! Big shot for Lennox Brown. Great find by Christian Tedian. And it's 20-13. Starting to pick up a little bit here. Ames wants this to be the slowest pace. And it's CIML basketball. AL can play both. They'd love to go a little bit quicker. In the lane, Brooks swatted by Lennox Brown. Rebound grabbed by Josh Dix. Outlet to Gruber. He'll try another three. No good. Rebound pulled underneath by Lucas Luth. Battling with Noah Sandbothy. Tremendous play on the glass by Luth. Tipsy, Mum, Phillips. Left side to Keyshawn Brooks. Brooks to Phillips. Phillips tries to feed a back-cutting Luth, but it wasn't there. Tapped away by Sandbothy. He gets the steal. AL with it, down by 7. 3:45 first half. Josh Dix between the circles. Dix will bring it to the left wing, and they'll reset here. Down to Tedian in the post against Phillips. Tedian picks up the dribble and needs some help. Finally gets some help. Sandbothy, then he threw it away. What a poor possession there for AL. 3:20 left in the second period. They have just had chances that they just haven't converted on. Their defense has allowed them to stay in this game. But the offense is struggling right now with 6 turnovers. 3:10 left in the half. Cross it over out top. Lipsy gives it off to Phillips. Keyshawn Brooks coming around on Lipsy's screen, attacking the paint off to Luth. Luth goes back to Mum. Mum along the left wing. And the while here, since we've had any sort of stoppage, media timeout coming up here as we move under 3. Lucas Luth, pump fake, gets around Sandbothy, attacks the paint, puts it up and in with a little finger roll. Lucas Luth, pump fake, allowed him to get a step, and it's now a 9-point advantage, 22-13 with 2:40 left in the half. Jamison Gruber goes high post to Sandbothy, tapped away by Phillips, grabbed by Lipsy. Lipsy leaves it for Mum, back to Lipsy, who lays it in. And it's 24-13. Timeout AL. They face their biggest deficit of the game. 2:24 left in the first half on KMA-FM.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
2:24 left in the half. AL trailing by their biggest deficit here, 24-13, as they have turned the basketball over 7 times in this first half. They're 1 for 5 from 3. They've missed some bunnies down low, 6 out of 14 overall. Not terrible, 42.9%, but really they should probably be 8 or 9 out of 14 at this point. They've had some layups, some shots in the lane that they usually would make. Sandbothy down low along the baseline against Kraffel, out to Brown. Brown hit a 3. That was the last time they scored. Last field goal came at the 4:35 mark here of this second period. Gruber goes left side, Dix. Dix attacks, pulls up, shoots, and misses. It rolls out. Rebound going to be a foul call on Sandbothy. Sandbothy reaching up there, going for an offensive board. Picks up the foul with 2 minutes left in the half. They're going to take another media timeout. They are. We will too here on KMA-FM.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
24 seconds elapsing between the AL timeout and the media timeout. With 2:24, AL took a 30-second break, missed a jumper, then there was a foul on the missed shot, and then it leads to the media timeout. One thing they do, though, is when you take a timeout, a team takes a timeout, they'll use that as a media timeout. So I'm not anticipating any more, well, at least media timeouts here the rest of this first half. Ames has the ball. They're up by 11. AL is probably played one of their worst halves of the year, if you asked them, to be brutally honest. Taman Lipsy goes out top. Lucas Luth, long three, no good. Rebound, tapped by Lipsy in the hands of Phillips. Another chance here for Ames. Dribble drive. Luth shoots, swatted by Sandbothy. Loose ball, grabbed by Tedian. See if AL can get a little bit of a run here as we head into halftime with 90 seconds on the clock. Gruber lobbed the Dix. Jab step against Lipsy. Lob down low to Tedian in the post again against Phillips. They're attacking with him again. He turns, finds Sandbothy, their other post against Craffle. He'll shoot a little hook shot and he puts it in. Sandbothy, that's his first shot, right? Yeah, first shot. His first hoop for one of their top players. The Midland recruit brings his team back within 9. And now with 1 minute left in the half, Ames might elect to take the air out of the basketball. No, Lipsy looks like he might be looking for a shot here. Instead, he goes over to Luth. Luth goes right side to Craffle along the wing. Craffle not really a threat out there. Tedian giving him a little space. Hand off Lipsy, got free. Long NBA three, in and out. Rebound pulled by Lennox Brown. Quick outlet to Jamison Gruber. We're at 38 seconds. And one thing we've seen from AL throughout the year is this is kind of the happy point where they want to play for the last shot in any quarter. Down by 9, though. You might change your idea. It doesn't look like they will. 25 seconds left in the half. Would love a three here if you're AL. Get yourself within 2 possessions. Tedian along the wing looking for Josh Dix. A little bit of trouble. Gives it to Sandbothy with 10 seconds. Now the handoff to Dix. And now Dix says, let's clear it out here. He wants Lipsy. 5 seconds. Gotta go. Gets a screen. Good hedge by Phillips. Dix holding the basketball. Long three. Bang! What a play by Josh Dix. He looked like he was in trouble. He had to create something from NBA range, just leaning in. He spun away from one, crossed over Lipsy. Lipsy went for a swat. He pulled the basketball up and drains a three. A huge one to end the first half. 24-18 halftime report on the way on KMA-FM, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Ryan Bott at Bott Insurance Services is a licensed insurance agent in the states of Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota. He's also a proud graduate of Abraham Lincoln and is putting his full support behind the Lynx at the state tournament. Bott Insurance Services is committed to working hard to ensure their clients receive the best possible insurance services in Council Bluffs and surrounding areas. Call today for a no-obligation quote at 402-800-4030. Go Lynx!
What are you looking for in your career? What about being part of a team committed to innovation and servant leadership? Then come join the AgriVision Equipment team as a service technician. AgriVision Equipment is focused on your future by providing benefits, sign-on bonuses, John Deere training, and more. As a leader in the industry, AgriVision Equipment is committed to investing in technology and resources to develop employees and pave the way for the future of agriculture. Apply online at agrivisionequipment.com/tech.
Trevor Mater, you are correct, my son. No, you're not my son, but you're my prodigy, the prodigy of KMA. Josh Dix is a wizard with a great tweet right there from Trev Mater 96. That was really an incredible shot, an incredible individual play by Dix, who hits a three just before the second quarter horn. Didn't look like they had much of anything there going, and when he was double teamed out top, I was like, got to get rid of it, got to throw it to a teammate. Instead, he says, I'm going to take this shot, and boom, knocks it in to give AL, a little 5-0 run at the end of this first half and put them in the same spot they were in at the end of the first quarter when they trailed by 6 at 14-8. They were down by as many as 11 in that first half, but right now within 6, thanks to the little 5-0 run. Dix has 7 points. He's got 5 rebounds. And you look at some of his other defensive numbers. They didn't give him any blocks, but I'm pretty sure he has a couple of blocks. They might revisit that here a little bit later. But big first half there for Dix. Christian Tedian has 6 points. They've also got 3 from Lennox Brown. And Noah Sandbothie, guy that hadn't taken a shot in the first nearly 15 minutes plus of that first half, ends up getting his first shot and his first hoop just before Dix made the 3. And that was a big play there for Sandbothie. This is the guy they got to get going. He's been one of their mainstays all throughout the season. AL is actually shooting better from the field, 8 of 17, but they've turned it over 7 times. Ames shooting 10 of 26, just 3 turnovers though, 5 offensive rebounds, and I want to say 6 to 8 second chance points. That's something we'll have here for us in just a little bit. Second chance points, there it is, 6 total for Ames in that first half. That's one thing. AL's got to clean it up on the glass, got to get that going, got to keep them off the glass, but they put themselves in position. They're down by 11, and it was not looking good, 24-13, but a little 5-0 run, I should say, gets them back within some pretty good position here at the half. Lipsy leads Ames with 7 points, 5 points for Corey Phillips, 4 for Lucas Luth, 3 for Keyshawn Brooks and Casey Mumm, 2 for Patrick Craffle as well. AL down 24-18 at the half. We're going to take a 5-minute break here from ABC News, and we'll be back with second half action here in the Class 4A state quarterfinal. Ames up 24-18.
Collection?
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Michelle Franz and ABC News.
Find your place at Northwest Missouri State University. From day one, experience a university like no other. In the classroom, you'll find career-ready academic programs and hands-on learning, not to mention championship sports teams and clubs. Find your passion and your people. Plus, textbooks and a fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition, with $19 million in scholarships and aid available. They also have a 97% placement rate. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Welcome back. KMA FM, Clarinda Shenandoah, KMA Land Agrivision Equipment Group Tournament Trail here in Des Moines at Wells Fargo Arena, Class 4A States quarterfinal. Wasn't looking good for AL. Down 11, 24-13. A hoop from Sandbothie, a 3 from Dix just before the horn, and they're right back in this thing, 24-18. The defense has been doing a pretty dang good job. First shot especially, they have given up 5 offensive rebounds, 6 second chance points. That has hurt them, and that's actually, the difference. The offense has maybe left a little bit to be desired. They've missed some shots they would usually make and have turned the basketball over 7 times. They get that figured out. This one's going to go right down to the wire. All right. Original starting 5, Tedian, Brown, Gruber, Dix, and Sandbothie for AL. Mumm, Lipsy, Luth. Let's double check here. Yeah, it's going to be Craffle and Phillips. Original starting 5 there for Ames. Keyshawn Brooks, tough first half for him. They're go-getter off the bench. Instant offense, double-digit score, 1 for 6. They've been able to limit his damage, but Lipsy also been held to 3 out of 9, shooting for 7 points. He's just really great all the way around, does a lot of different stuff for this team. Ames starts with the basketball, a 6-point lead as we begin here in the second half. Luth gets it on the right wing, high screen Phillips, now to Craffle. Craffle holding, still holding, reverses left to Lipsy. There's a screen for him to Phillips, top of the key. Phillips right side Mum against Jamison Gruber. Gruber in his shorts to Craffle, reverse to Luth, pump fake, man in the air. Luth instead over to Phillips to the top. Phillips reverses right to Mum. Mum holding and tipped by Gruber. Loose ball. Long chase. Gruber's got it to the rim. He's bumped and he's fouled by Lipsy. A great play by Jamison Gruber. What else is new? This guy just makes plays and he gets the steal and will go to the line after Lipsy, keep an eye on this one, picks up his second foul. That's only the team's second foul in the entire game. Lipsy committed the only foul in the first half and has a foul here at 7:26 in the third, and well short there on Jamison Gruber's free throw. Gruber on the season shooting 73.8%. They got some real good free throw shooters here. He'll get this one, right? Yeah, he does. Rattles that one in and makes it 24-19. So 6 in a row here for AL. They're within 5. And now Lipsy will jog the basketball ahead. 40 seconds into the second. Going right at Josh Dix, little up and under, no good, tapped. I believe it was Craffle who followed it up and in to make it 26-19. They do credit Craffle, heck of a play again. Now 8 second chance points, pushes the lead to 7 at 26-19. Jamison Gruber crossing over out top, dribble drive out to Tedian. Tedian at the free throw line, start and stop, little floater up, no good, left it way short. Craffle gets the rebound. Another good look there for AL. I think it was just short-armed, maybe rushed a little bit by Tedian because he was more open than he thought he would be. 6:40 left in the third, and Ames with the basketball up by 7. They've led the entire way. Double screen for Lipsy. Good help from Brown. Throws off to Mum along the left wing. Mum threw it away. Stolen away by Lennox Brown. Phillips was out top, and he went away, and he threw it to Phillips, who was not there. Tedian, top of the key here for AL, trying to get some points off turnovers. Down low, Sandbothie faces up on Craffle, attacks. Little fadeaway is good. Settles down and in, and it's 26-21. Noah Sandbothie, 2 shots, 4 points. Get that man going. 6:05 left in the third. 5-point game again, 26-21. Phillips ready for a screen. Sandbothie ready for a hedge. He throws it. Craffle left, now to Mum on the wing. Top of the key to Phillips. Phillips over to Lipsy along the right wing. Good move by Phillips. Attacks. Oh, and he gets a hoop and a foul. Christian Tedian trying to take the charge, but surprisingly to me, he was not rewarded with it. Man, that's a tough one. I can't say that I would have called it a charge either, but from what we've seen all year long and in the past here at State, we'll see a charge a lot of the time. Phillips sinks the free throw. He's got 8 points. He leads the team and the game in scoring. Big 3-point play, pushes it up to 29-21. Jamison Gruber goes left side to Brown. Brown, out pops Noah Sandbothie. Sandbothie attacking Craffle. He puts it up and in. He's got 3 shots and 6 points. 29-23. They found something there. Lipsy trying to hurry it ahead. Hands it off to Keyshawn Brooks back in the game. Now to Phillips, to Craffle. Around to Luth. Luth holding on the left wing. Top of the key to Phillips. Phillips gets it to Lipsy, who pops out, and they'll reset things with 5:10 left in the third. Now, Craffle. High post Phillips. Phillips, hands off to Lipsy. Lipsy found him on a beautiful feed a moment ago. Led to the 3-point play. Here's Phillips thinking about a 3 from outside. Attacks again. Lots of bodies again. No whistle. This time, Phillips scores, and it's 31-23. Phillips has come pretty close to 2 charges. They're not calling him here today. And now a reach-in called on Keyshawn Brooks, who actually he thought he was going to get a charge called on Jamison Gruber, but it's team foul number 2 And now a media timeout, 31-23. Ames continues to lead here, up by 8, 4:44 left in the third.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
Many businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit rogersrx.com.
All right, out of the timeout here, 4:44 left in the third period. AL trailing Ames, 31-23. It's a 7-5 period so far for the Little Cyclones, and 5 of those from Corey Phillips. Josh Dix to Lynx Brown, top of the key. Gives it off to Sandboth, who's now guarded by Lucas Luth. They've switched that up a little bit. Dribble drive by Gruber. Finds an open man in the corner. It's Dix for 3. Left it short. Going to get his own rebound. Maybe. He does. Now he's in the paint. Attacking. Left hand up and no good, but a foul. And he'll shoot 2 free throws. Josh Dix, he is to steal Trevor Mader's tweet, an absolute wizard. Foul there called on Keyshawn Brooks, his second. Team's third, and now Dix has to convert here at the line. He makes the first. He's got 8 points. Craffle leaves. Casey Mumm returns for the Little Cyclones, up 31-24 with a free throw here, though. AL can get it back down to 6. They do. And Josh Dix up to 9 points. 31-25. Clock running at 4:20 left in the third. Taman Lipsy brings it across the timeline. Lipsy gets it to Luth, who hands it off to Brooks along the right wing. Brooks to Phillips. Phillips looking for Mumm. Now gets a screen from Lipsy. Spins against Dix. Floater up, swatted by Sandbothy. What a play by Sandbothy. Dix in transition. AL trying to run. They'll go to Sandbothy. Pump fake behind the back. Now to Tedian. Tedian handoff to Dix. Dix scooting into the lane. Step back from 15 over Phillips. Is good. Josh Dix. He's got 11. The lead is down to 4. 31-27. What a swat from Sandbothy. It kind of reminds me of the tip dunk and one that got him going against Southeast Polk. Lipsy attacks, puts it up. No, but a foul, and he'll get 2 free throws. Sandbothy again trying to step in, but I don't think he was there or set or even close to that. They're showing the big block there by Sandbothy as Lipsy will step to the free throw line. Try to add to this now 4-point advantage. Lipsy shoots and misses. 72.5% free throw shooter. That was his first, actually his second free throw attempt. No, that was his first. He's now 0 for 1. One more coming here for Lipsy. And gets the roll. Shooter's roll. That one was trying to come out, but it said, remember, Taman Lipsy shot this ball, and it curls down and in, and it's 32-27 with 3.5 left in the third. Tedian out top, left side, Lennox Brown. Brown holding on the wing, lobs to Dix, makes the catch over Lipsy. Dix, left side of Tedian, gets the handoff. Dix will try a tough 3, no good. Rebound grabbed by Keyshawn Brooks and Ames. Quick outlet to Casey Mumm, and they will jog it ahead. 3:10 remaining in the third period. Again, a 5-point game here, 32-27. Taman Lipsy surveys the D, gives it up to Mumm at the front. Keyshawn Brooks trying to run Lennox Brown ragged right now. Gives it to Mumm, corner to Phillips. Now to Brooks again. Brooks is so active off the ball. Back to Phillips. Now to Lipsy. Lipsy around the NBA 3-point line. Crossing it over. Goes to Brooks. They'll try the 3. Bang! Big shot, Keyshawn Brooks right there. He was 1 for 6. And his only make was a 3, and he makes another one to make it an 8-point game. In the lane, Gruber will pull up. It's a little hard. Rebound pulled by Corey Phillips. Huge 3 by Keyshawn Brooks. They took about 40 seconds off the clock, and he drains a big one there. Taman Lipsy again, holding for Ames. Back to Brooks, between the circles. Back to Lipsy along the right side. Lipsy to Brooks, back to Lipsy. Lipsy gets a screen from Brooks this time. Now he wants to attack Brown. Dribble drive, tough fader, no good. Rebound Josh Dix. Dix throws it ahead to Gruber. Gruber trying to attack the rim. Finds Sandbothy down low. Shot no good, but a foul on Phillips. And it'll put Noah Sandbothy to the free throw line. Sandbothy is a 78.9% free throw shooter. What a luxury to have one of your post players shoot that well from the free throw line. But we'll have to wait to see those free throws as we go to immediate timeout. And Ames leads at 35-27.
When people ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Coming out of the media timeout here, 35-27, 1:51 left in the third period. Ames has scored the last 4 to take an 8-point advantage. There was a little run there from AL. Made it 31-27. They got the last 4, including that 3 from Brooks. Lipsy's free throw, the other one. Here's Sandbothy, very good free throw shooter. He does not get it to go. Another one coming here for the 6'6" senior, who, that's actually the first miss of any kind for him. He had just 3 shots to this point, made all of them. Next one is good. Goes 1 for 2. 35-28, back down to 7. It's just been an uphill climb here for AL, down by as many as 11 in that first half. Taman Lipsy along the right side, to Lucas Liu to Corey Phillips. Phillips goes left side to Mum, who's back into the contest. Now to Luth. Luth reverses it to Brooks. Brooks with Jamison Gruber hounding him. Corey Phillips, Taman Lipsy. Lipsy trying to attack Dick. Step back, step in. Now back to Phillips. Now to Luth. They are so patient. CIML, a lot of people call it boring offense for most of the teams in that league. It can be, certainly, but it's very patient, and it can pay off in the long run. There's a hedge by TD, and he's called for his second foul. And team foul number 3. That is his third foul. He had the one on the 3-point play from Phillips. 35-28. Taman Lipsy with 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the third. Here's the high screen for Phillips. Cross it over to Luth. Luth at the front of the key to Keyshawn Brooks at a big 3 a moment ago. He gets a screen. He gets to Phillips. Phillips to Lipsy. Lipsy left wing. Lipsy attacking in the paint to the rim. He scores. Very methodical Taman Lipsy. He'll just lull you to sleep, and all of a sudden he'll explode to the rim, and it's 37-28. Josh Dix lobs it, 3-point line, Tedian. Tedian trying to get it back to him. Great defense by Lipsy, and as they say that, they called him for a hold, and he picks up his third foul. Team foul number 5, and Lipsy might go out of the game. He will, and it will be replaced by Craffle. 3 fouls for Lipsy. Don't want him to get a 4th. He'll be right back in, I'm sure, to start the 4th period. Right now, AL says we'll hold for the last shot. They'll start with the basketball in the 4th. So this is a very key possession for AL to get themselves back in. If they can score here, score to start the 4th, We'll be right back in. Not that they're out of it just yet. 37-28. We're down under 10 seconds. They've got a back cut for Dix, and it's deflected out of bounds off of Ames. They were face guarding Dix, and Gruber thought he could just sneak it over the head of Keyshawn Brooks. Instead, I think it was actually maybe Luth who got a hand on it. Doubling up on Dix here on the inbound. Dix made the big three to end the first half. Gruber set to inbound. Looking for Dix, coming around, gets it into Tedian instead. We're under 5. Tedian against Phillips, tough hook, well short. Rebound pulled by Mum, and we go to the fourth, a 9-point game. Ames leads it 37-28 on the KMA Land Agrivision Equipment Group Tournament Trail. .28 the score. Ames with the lead as we go to the fourth period. Taman Lipsy is back on the floor. Went out of the game there towards the end of the third with his third foul. AL will start with the basketball. No, this is an extended break here out of the quarter. It was usually about a 90-second break. This is bordering on 2 minutes here, but Dix, Sandbothy, Tedian, Brown, Gruber, they've pretty much played the entire game. They will start the fourth period for AL as they try for one last gasp, down by 9. Outscored 13-10 in the third. Jamison Gruber lobs it to Dix. Dix holds along the left wing. They've taken Lipsy off of Dix. Jamison Gruber, Sandbothy, Lennox Brown. Brown over to Gruber on the right wing. Dribble drive, spin against Mum. Tapped away by Lipsy. And loose ball taken by Ames. Loose ball along the sideline. Great save by Lucas Luth. Now Lipsy will have to pick up. Lennox Brown going to pick him up here as they were kind of cross-matched a little bit. And now Dix says, let me take it here. Lipsy looking for a screen. Throws it out top to Luth. Good back cut. Phillips lays it in. Heck of a setup right there for the little Cyclones, which take an 11-point lead. And when you're playing a CIML team and an Ames team that can really handle the basketball, as there's a steal by Keyshawn Brooks, picked Dix's pocket right there. 11 is a huge mountain with 7 minutes left in the fourth. They are not going to take many shots here the rest of this way. Lipsy goes out top to Lucas Luth. Near the logo, guarded by Sandbothy to Keyshawn Brooks. Brooks along the right wing. Brooks stops and has the ball deflected. He gets it back. Now he's in trouble, and a timeout taken by Ames and head coach Vance Downs. We'll be right back after this.
A wind advisory continues until 6 p.m. this evening. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon with a high of 76. Winds out of the west 30 to 40 miles per hour. Lows level off around 36. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Tomorrow, high of 56. Chance for scattered showers Friday and Saturday, 56. Friday, 52. Saturday. I'm weatherology meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on KMA. Currently, it's 76.
6:39 left here in the fourth period. A timeout there for Ames as the AL defense was starting to pick up, and they were trapping. They had a trap along the sideline there, and Coach Downs stepped up and took a TO. Most of these timeouts, you can save them because media timeout, if you're ever, treading water, that'll come save you here. Looking for Brooks instead. They lob it all the way to the backcourt to Lipsy. Got to say, Josh Dix company have done a really good job on taming Lipsy here today. Dix, with his length, has bothered him a bit, but Lipsy is just really, really good. Here's Corey Phillips, open for three. Bang! He's got 15, and it's a 14-point lead. This is Corey Phillips, average just over 8 per game. Another steal. Taman Lipsy steps in. Might be a show here, and he will slam it in to give his team a 16-point advantage. And things are getting a little ugly here in this fourth period. They have scored the first 7 in the fourth. 44-28. Lob over to Lennox Brown. Long three on the way. No good. Rebound pulled by Mumm. It has just not been the day for AL offensively. They played pretty dang good defensively for most of the way. Actually kind of had been out shooting Ames until recently, although they weren't at their best and missed some pretty good looks. Right now they are down by 16 against a team that can waste about 35 to 50 seconds, maybe even more, before they get a pretty good shot and have Taman Lipsy break them down. Keyshawn Brooks can also break them down. He's trying to break Lennox Brown down. He does, to the rim, missed the shot. Rebound grab by Lennox Brown. Dix hurries it ahead, crossing over on Lipsy. Get help there from Brooks. If it's Lipsy, as they call a foul, it is his fourth, and it is. Team foul number 6. A 16-point lead. You can afford to sit Lipsy, and they will bring Craffle into the game. Showing the replay of Lipsy's big jam there after a nice slap away and steal. Dix will try a three over Brooks, in and out. Rebound pulled by Casey Mumm, and Ames with the basketball again, up by 16. You might try to attack their ball handlers now, as there's a foul on Jamison Gruber. With no Lipsy out there, it might be worth it to just start running and jumping everything and see what you can come up with. There's another media timeout. 44-28. AL in a big hole here. 5 minutes to go.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
Ryan Bott at Bott Insurance Services is a licensed insurance agent in the states of Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota. He's also a proud graduate of Abraham Lincoln and is putting his full support behind the Lynx at the state tournament. Bott Insurance Services is committed to working hard to ensure their clients receive the best possible insurance services in Council Bluffs and surrounding areas. Call today for a no-obligation quote at 402-800-4030. Go Lynx!
Well, certainly it's going to be difficult here for AL, down by 16 with 5 minutes to go. But see what they can muster here. No Taman Lipsy on the floor right now with the 4 fouls. Ames, they do have some good ball handlers otherwise. Brooks, Mumm. I think Luth probably can handle a little bit. You might, like I said, start trying to run and jump. Trap some guys. They got 3 guys there on Brooks, who lobs it across to Mumm. Mumm along the right wing. Gets it back to Brooks. Brooks doubled up to Phillips. Phillips goes over to Craffle. Craffle, now he's doubled. He's in trouble. Dangerous pass caught by Brooks. Brooks throws corner to Craffle. Long swing across to the right wingish. That's Mumm. And they'll back it off over to Keyshawn Brooks. I know you take a look at free throw shooters if you want to start playing that. There's a steal. Steal for Gruber, who gets it tapped away, but a foul and a reach-in called from behind on Casey Mumm and Gruber. As I was about ready to look at the free throw shooters for Ames, they're all pretty good, except for the guy that is not playing today. Travion LeBeau, 52.2%. He's not playing, so that's not somebody that they can put on the line. Jamison Gruber, though, will go to the line. They call this 2 shots or 1 and 1. 2 shots. So they did say Gruber was in the act. And they need all the points they can get here, especially with the clock stopped. And Gruber makes the free throw, 44-29. Jamison Gruber, what a great year he's had, averaging nearly 12 points per game. That is just his second point. Both of his points coming from the free throw line. One more here for him. And good. He's got 3, 44-30. 4.5 remaining. Now they've got it full court. Trap set up on Phillips to Mum. Mum now trap gets it across the line to Brooks, who is bumped and fouled by Gruber. His third, team foul number 5. Well, how long do you wait? I mean, then Lipsy is like if he fouls out, you don't have him at all, just in case. But you could definitely put it away here pretty quickly if you bring him in. See what Coach Downs decides to do. He's got a couple state championships to his name. More gambling defense. Jamison Gruber then called for his 4th foul. He thought he beat the man to the spot. And I don't disagree with him. There was just a little bit too much contact up there. 4:15 now left. Gruber's got the 4 fouls, so can't be him committing any more fouls. He's chasing Brooks right now. Brooks working it across the sideline all the way over to the right sideline to Craffle, to Phillips, the free throw line. They're not even looking to shoot. Phillips, and why would you? Again, no shot clock. Up by 14. There's a bump and a foul. Tedian now picks up his 4th, so pretty much all the fouls today have been called on Tedian, Gruber, and Lipsy. Haven't been too many more fouls in this game, so that's a combined 12 fouls, and there's been 19 total fouls in this game. Now, Keyshawn Brooks, 1-1 coming up. He's making a 70% free throw shooter. I was looking at his 3-point percentage there, 44.9. It's a pretty good free throw shooter is Keyshawn Brooks. Free throw up and good. Brooks has 7. He's shot just 2 of 8 from the field, but man, both of the shots were threes at pretty big moments for his team. I believe one of them pushed a 5-point lead up to 8 here in the second period. His next one is good. Brooks has 8. It's 46-30. Tried to roll it up, but Keyshawn Brooks wasn't having it. Josh Dix trying to attack. He's surrounded, and they call a carry on Josh Dix. What a moment for that. Dix must have got it caught on his leg, and Coach Isaacson can't believe it. 3:51 left in the 4th. In full court look from AL. Brooks gets it off to Mum. Casey Mum holding. Baseball pass down low to Phillips, and Phillips was, they called a jump ball. I thought he was going to say he was hacked, but the late whistle says Dix was able to tie it up there. He's got all ball, and it will stay with Ames. Good defensive play again there by a very strong defensive player in Josh Dix. Inbound to Phillips. Phillips gets it to Brooks. No, stolen away. Jamison Gruber jumped the passing lane there, and then a really dangerous pass by Tedian. He led it into Dix and led it into a defender, but luckily for AL, a foul was called on Ames. Casey Mum called for the foul, put Dix at the free throw line as they try to push it back down to a 14-point game. J.R. Naus is going to be checking in here. He will replace Jamison Gruber with the 4 fouls. And for the first time, we see Tedian. Is he the other one who hit the bench there? Free throw for Dix is no good. That's unfortunate. They definitely needed both of those free throws. Rebound by Lucas Luth on the miss, and then the foul called on Jaden Reese. And they will push it the other way, and Lucas Luth will get a 1-and-1. Taman Lipsy was out there for just a moment for Ames, and he's going to come back out, and Patrick Craffle will be back in the game as Lucas Luth steps to the line. AL now 6 of 10 from the line. Free throw for Luth is no good, so rebound pulled by AL. That was opening the door there for AL. Long 3 for Lennox Brown. No good. Tedian battling for the board, and Phillips able to pull it for the little Cyclones. 3:15 left. Casey Mum weaving through defenders. He's double teamed. Throws ahead to Brooks. Brooks attacks the rim, and he's fouled on the shot. He'll either get Sandbothy or Lennox Brown, and regardless, Brooks will shoot 2 free throws. Looks like Sandbothy. Yeah. That'll be his third. Now Brooks will put the free throw up and in. Brooks has 9, and this will be their biggest lead of the game. 17 points, 3:07 to go. This was a manageable game, well, more than manageable. Late in that third period, it's now 48-30. Brooks knocks them both in. Dix will try a tough three, no good. Left it short and out of bounds over to Ames with 2:58 to go. Same and Lipsy going to be back in for Craffle. How about Ames? They're going to win their 13th straight, it appears. And they did it without Travion LeBeau, their second leading scorer. Timeout on the floor, another media timeout. We're back in a bit.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
48-30, the score here. Ames with the lead. Entering this period, it was 37-28, a 9-point game, and they have just pushed it further and further away and out of range, I would think, here for the Lynx. It would take a miracle. 11 of the 13 points in this period scored by the little Cyclones. And they continue to try to play keep away from the AL defense. Here's Mum out top. Tedian just fouled out of the game as he reaches across and commits his 5th foul with 2:40 left. And Tedian likely wearing the uniform, the AL uniform, for the final time. He had a great start to this game. Jaden Reese replaces him. They liked their matchup with Corey Phillips defensively. He was showing the quickness past Phillips, but Casey Mumm misses the free throw. As the game kind of settled in, they started to send a little bit more help. One more here for Mumm. He makes it. Makes it 49-30. It's going to look a lot worse than it really was. Although Ames did lead for nearly every second of this game, there were moments where AL was putting him on notice. Nice move by Gruber. Leaves it underneath for Sandbothy, who slams it in. That's one he won't forget. Senior got a chance to dunk at Wells Fargo Arena, the state basketball tournament, as Reese comes up and commits the foul of Mumm. Now 49-32, still 2:17 left. And Mumm will walk to the free throw line where he is 1 for 2 just a moment ago. Now early on, AL's defense was, there was a well-scouted situation there for the Lynx. Now Lennox Brown, maybe for the final time, he will take a seat, and Benoit, 6'4 senior, replaces him as Mumm made the first free throw. One more is good from Mumm, who's up to 6 points. 3 of those in the last several seconds. 51-32. Dix to Gruber. Gruber attacking as per usual, spinning, left hand up and in, and one. Nice move by Jamison Gruber. He's had a little trouble finding space against that Ames defense today, but he'll have a chance at a three-point play here. Gruber, one of the juniors that will be back, had a great, great year, and now Craffle was in there for a moment. He'll take a seat. Foul was called on Corey Phillips, by the way, his second. 3-point play opportunity. It rattles out on Gruber. Rebound Corey Phillips and Ames. Now 51-34. As mentioned, the defense was really, really good early on and kept giving the AL offense opportunity to, shoot for the lead or even the tie or just to get and make a game out of it. Vance Downs calls a timeout, but the offense had 7 early turnovers. They've only turned it over 4 times since then. It seems like all of those here have come in this fourth period. 30-second timeout. We're back in a bit.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
1:53 remaining here in this 4A state quarterfinal. Ames looking like they're on their way to win number 13 in a row, and it'll be the 12th if it stays this way. That is of the double-digit variety. Right now they're trying to track down any steal they can find. Ames just kind of lobbing it back and forth. Casey Mumm. This is going to be their first win the state tournament for the Little Cyclones since Harrison Barnes and Doug McDermott company won a state championship in 2010. They haven't had a lot of opportunities since then, as there's a foul on AL. They got Jake Duffy, who's in the game, I believe. Yep, Duffy's going to be called for that. That's his first, and it'll put Corey Phillips, who's had a great game today for the Little Cyclones. 15 points for him. Actually leads the team in scoring today. His free throw is up and short. Hit some big free throws, or hit a big three there. Hit a big 3-point play. There's the old blocker charge, and back-to-back possessions, it seemed to me, as Dix and Gruber will leave. They will be back next year. They're just juniors, man. You got to expect AL will make a run again, but still pretty good senior class that they're going to be saying goodbye to. 1:18 to go. Now Ames will shuffle a bunch in and out of their lineup. Corey Phillips going to get one more free throw here, and if there's any basketball gods at all, he'll make this and get a big round of applause from the Ames faithful. He does. He was awesome. 16 points for him today, and he hits the bench. A call attack is in as we reset these lineups. Tate Zalaski, this is for Ames. As they go down low to Benoit. Waugh has a pretty decent look, and he puts it up and in. Benoit for AL. Let's set the AL lineup. Benoit, Jake Duffy. Also out there for the Lynx at the moment. Now a double dribble called. We've got Tim McCarthy, J.R. Noss, and Jaden Reese for AL. Those are the 5. Mentioned attack. Zalaski for Ames. Now a travel called on AL, so just turned it right back over there. Nico Stevens for Ames. Chris Buchwald is out there. Sam Vertinen, also for the Little Cyclones. We're at 50 seconds left. Ames up 52-36. Now just playing kind of keep away with the reserves at this point. AL trapping everything. Double team on attack. Who gets it off? 30 seconds left. Call attack. 5'10 senior. Heck of a name, right? And now Jake Duffy bumps in to Nico Stevens, and that'll put Stevens at the free throw line with 25.8 to go. And back to the free throw line they go. It is up and good, Nico Stevens. Ames is now 11 out of 16 from the line. AL wouldn't have made too much of a difference, but just 6 out of 11 there. Next one for Stevens. He gets the roll. Nico Stevens, a 6'6 senior. puts them both in. We're down to 20 seconds. AL trying to get a shot up here. Jaden Reese. J.R. Noss back to Reese. Down low to Duffy. Duffy on the right block. Trying to power it up over Stevens. Brings it back to Reese for 10 seconds. Reese attacks, loses it, and he's fouled with 7.9 to play. And he will go to the free throw line. 54-36. Called that on Buckwall, the 6'2 senior, and Reese with 2 free throws coming here for the Lynx. Reese's free throw is good. Another senior getting his name up in the box score there with 1 point on the board there, along with Benoit a moment ago. One more here for Reese, and that is no good. He goes 1 out of 2. Rebound Ames. They will let this one run out, it looks like. 3, 2, 1, and the little Cyclones get the victory. 54 to, should be 37. Scoreboard still stuck on 36, but a 54-37 final, and Ames is moving on to a Class 4A state semifinal. We'll wrap it up next.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2-year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
54-37, Ames gets the victory here this afternoon to move on in Class 4A state tournament action. They'll play in a state semifinal tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. against, it's either Waukee or Pleasant Valley. Waukee's a pretty heavy favorite in that one. Impressive stuff from the little Cyclones, led by 2 in double figures. Corey Phillips, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Taman Lipsy had 12 points, 6 assists. They also got Keyshawn Brooks. I said 2. They had 3 in double figures. Brooks had 10 points, a couple of threes, 4 free throws. He hit some pretty big shots to continue to push the lead away from AL, which had a couple hard charges, just could not quite get over the hump. Josh Dix led the way for AL with 11 points. Noah Sandboth, he had 9 points. Christian Tedian, 6 points. Jamison Gruber, 5. They got 3 from Lennox Brown, 2 from Benoit, 1 from Jaden Rice. You take a look at the overall game statistics. AL shot 43.8%, Ames 47.4%. Pretty big differences here, though. 6 out of 13 from 3 for Ames, only 2 out of 12 for AL. They had 12 turnovers at AL to Ames' 8. Free throws were 12-7 in terms of makes. That's another 5 points. Then how about the rebounding? 27-17, 6 offensive rebounds for Ames. Plenty of second chance opportunities for them, and they had 8 of those to AL's 2, plus 15 points off of turnovers to AL's 7. They did have the 12 points off the bench, thanks to the large part to Keyshawn Brooks, to AL's 3, which didn't really use a bench too much, but it is an Ames victory, and it does end AL's season at 19-5. They say goodbye to Christian Tedian, Lennox Brown, Noah Sandbothy, Jaden Reese, Benoit. All of them got a chance to play. I believe all of them actually scored as well in the game, and they finish at the state tournament, first time for AL in 5 years, but still have not had a win here since 1963. Got a good group coming back. Could potentially see them here next year at the Wells Fargo Arena. Thanks a lot for listening today. We'll be back in about 2.5 hours for Martinsdale St. Mary's and North Lynn in a 1A state semifinal. Join us here on 99.1. I'll have the play-by-play of that between now and then. Be looking on the lookout there for Ames AL recap and reaction at KMAland.com. You've been listening to the KMA Land Agrivision Equipment Group Tournament Trail here on KMA FM 99.1 from Des Moines. And for KMA Sports, I'm Derek Martin.
Thanks for joining us on KMA FM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah for this game from the Boys State Basketball Tournament. It's been brought to you by Bad Insurance Services.
A wind advisory continues until 6 p.m. this evening.